I'm mostly just going to summarize. First, I wanted to thank Mark Green, Congressman Ambassador Mark Green, for his leadership on malaria, putting the Malaria Caucus together, and now his openness to expand this, which I think comes out of his service, both as a Peace Corps volunteer, but also then as an ambassador. Basically, this expansion of the caucus from malaria to malaria neglected tropical diseases makes sense on three levels. It makes sense for the members, it makes sense for the people we serve, and it makes sense for the taxpayers. It makes sense for the members because Mark has supported and the members have gladly signed up because they care deeply about the issues of people in low and middle income countries, out of compassion, out of generosity. And these are people who have long histories of concern for people in Africa, people around the world in less fortunate settings. And they care about more than malaria. Yes, they care about malaria, but they care about people, and they care about people's lives. So it's more than malaria, so it makes sense for the members, because of their deep compassion and their deep concern for more than malaria, to expand to neglected tropical diseases. It makes sense for the people we serve, as has been mentioned, because as we used to say when we were starting a PEPFAR, you have to meet people where they are. And where people are is in their homes and in their communities, and they don't go to a clinic saying, I just have malaria, or I just have neglected tropical disease, or I just have anything. And they're not looking for a physician or a nurse or a practitioner to just provide one service. If you ask people in a clinic or in a community, would they like connected services between malaria and neglected tropical diseases, or would they like to go to separate facilities, they would have a pretty clear answer. And so that needs to be our answer and our approach when we design programs. The third point is it makes sense for the American taxpayer. It doesn't just make sense on a common sense level to integrate programs. It makes sense from a dollars and cents perspective. That when you integrate programs, you save money. It makes no sense to develop separate infrastructures. It makes no sense to do separate trainings and logistic systems. And that's precisely what we do in development. So wherever possible to integrate is good for the American taxpayer. And as Mark said, that means it's good for development overall, because wasting money or doing non-integrated systems is not good for development overall. It's not good for support for development, which comes back to the members, which is why we're here. So I think this makes perfect sense on three clear levels, and it's just fantastic that the malaria community under Mark's leadership and the NTD community under Carrie's leadership are coming together in this important way.